I'm going to give it 3.5 pawns.
I would do 4 and 1 drunken.
Wow, 4?
Yes.
4.5.
Yeah.
5 pawns. 5 pawns. This is a golden pawn game. Welcome back, boys and ghouls. Look, I scared. It's for Halloween. Scared for Halloween.
It's spooky season.
Boils
got
and
spooked.
I swear,
ghouls.
no more spooky season. I don't need spooky season the words anymore.
Yay! Well, we're back, and this is the review of A Nightmare on Elm Street by Victory Games. If you haven't checked out our playthrough, do that now. I'll put a little link up here. So we're gonna review this bad boy. I'd like to say too that we are drinking the Devil's Kettle.
The Devil's Kettle
Here from Athens, Ohio. Just want to throw that
Athens
out there
has
too.
some pretty great breweries.
They have a bunch of good breweries up there. Definitely, if you're ever in the Athens, Ohio area, check them out.
Which ones did we get to enjoy? Devil's Kettle?
Yeah, we got to try the Dirty Duke from Devil's Kettle and
Big Sock. Old Sock.
Big Sock
Big
Doppelbock,
Sock.
which Big Sock was delicious.
Big Sock was delicious.
Yeah.
And didn't we go to Cidery there in Athens?
Yeah, well,
That's
that'll
a
be
different
another
episode.
We'll have another episode for that.
You dumb goof.
God, producer.
I didn't say which one it was, so it's still going to be a surprise.
You're the low male on the totem pole.
All right, so we've just got done playing this Nightmare on Elm Street board game from 1984. No, 87. That's when the game came out.
Oh, well, you said 1984 before.
No, it said
I
1987.
Oh. Well, because then I said the second movie came out in 1986, and you were like, oh, I guess it is the first one.
No, the text is 1984. The design is 1987.
Oh,
so
see,
suck it.
He said 1984
Oh my God.
before, though.
No, he said 1987.
Oh, we can review the footage.
Yeah,
I
we
promise you it's
can.
84.
I bet you
Okay.
one bag of chicken bones.
Anyway.
Halloween style.
Yeah.
That's what
Necklace,
witches.
please.
That's what witches bet each other.
Yeah.
Halloween or chicken.
Different
bones.
animal bones. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. I mean chicken. That's a low bet.
But anyways, let's get to the review here. Of course, we're gonna go ahead and start with Basile. What do you think about the game? What do you think about this
On
one?
the
I
spot.
liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, it
You
was
liked
pretty good.
You
Yeah.
liked it because you won.
I liked it more than just because I won.
Okay.
So,
It helped, but
specifics. What do you like about it? What the mechanics? What
I like the dream feel of it. Like, I feel like they did a pretty good job of it. Just like you're trying to work towards being awake, and I like how Freddy moves through. It's chaotic. You don't really know how he's gonna move, especially between your turns, because like what the other players do affects it. So.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Is that all I gotta say?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can come back to you later. Go ahead. If you have more to say later.
Yeah.
So, for the age that this game is, I think that it has the right combination of simplicity and complexity. So I guess what I want to say is that it's got a good balance for how hard and easy it is to play. It's an intricate thing in the way that like a lot of pieces move, and a lot of like when you have 3 people, a lot of things are moving. It's a very active and dynamic field. But all the rules are simple enough to follow where you're not burdened at all when you play the game. So I very much enjoy the dynamic and simple nature of the game.
Okay. Well, for me, I absolutely love the illustrations on it. It really adds a whole nother depth to the game for me. And like Basile said, this like it almost feels like a dream, though. Just the way the board's set up, like going through a labyrinth, trying to get out of it. It seems like something Freddy would conjure up to mess with people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just and then have multiple versions of himself everywhere. It's almost like this could be a one of the movies in itself.
Yeah.
The only bad thing I thought was like we never really used the other pawns.
Oh,
that we were like that never even came up. I mean, I guess it could be a strategy at some point, like move that guy in and try to like get them to go after him, and while you're trying to get your other pawn through.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't really ever come up. So, but
Truth.
and we weren't playing the partner thing, which that could be a whole nother aspect of the game because you'll always be trying to like help out your partner to get to the top if they're already up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like moving Freddy away.
Yeah.
So that could be interesting if
Yeah.
you're playing with more than 3 people. But I like that we got to play with just the 3 people to see that aspect of it as well.
Yeah.
Overall, though, yeah, I enjoyed it. I feel like I couldn't get out of this area over here though, because but that could just be how Basile was playing and Maurice was playing, just we kept trying to block each other. So
and luck.
And he got exactly, and he got up. Basile got up there quicker than everybody, so he just had a better chance of getting out once he got into the green. But yeah, so Basile, what would you give it, pawn wise?
I think I would give it 3.5.
3.5.
Because I like the idea. I think it's a little simple for like gameplay. I mean, it's nice because you can just sit down and kind of get into it within minutes. Like we literally had like a 3-minute breakdown of this game before actually playing. So I think they could have done a little bit more with it. Because I don't know. Like you said, there was the missing aspect of like, well, we could just leave the pawns down there the entire game if we wanted, and there was no real repercussions for that. I think if they had made it so you had to get both across, or there was a penalty for keeping one down there, something along those lines.
Yeah.
I think it would have made it a little better.
Yeah. Okay. Maurice?
I will concur with 3 and 1 drunken pawn. I'm going to give it a 3.5 because the illustrations are amazing. It is, like Basile said, it's very simple to get into. Although you do start to see the same rhymes and the same cards over and over again, which the illustrations are so nice that it doesn't really bother. But yeah, I'll give it 3.5.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 3. Just on the fact that it is a little too simplistic, and because like it just kept, it was just kind of like doing the same thing over and over again. But just because the theming of it and how well it was done, and like you guys said, the illustrations and stuff, that pushed it a little higher. Like if this was like not themed Nightmare on Elm Street, it was just something like generic, it would be like a 2.
Yeah,
sure. Like just because it's like it kept like we just got stuck here, and like I don't know, it just
there
like
was very little competition as soon as Basile got
once he got up there, it was like that's pretty much it. He pretty much won because we could not get out of here. I mean, that could have been how they were playing or whatever, but it just seemed like you got stuck doing the same thing over and over again, and that seemed it got a little tedious.
And so many turns in a row not moving.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, you were like just stuck sitting over here for turn after turn after turn. Yeah, so, and again, that could just been the lay of the cards, but I don't know. Like I said, if it wasn't for the theming, it would be less. But I'll stick with my 3 pawns. But yeah, I would say with that, definitely check it out. If not just to because of what it is, it's classic horror. It's different, definitely different. I've never played a game like this. I mean, have you guys ever played a game that was similar to this? No. I mean, it's very different, which is another reason why you give it a little higher. I'd give it a little higher. But yeah, so check it out if you can find it. I'm not sure how much it's going for these days. I think I looked it up not that long ago, and I think it was like kind of expensive, just because it's like it's old. It's from
as old as we are.
It's like
I wish
it
we
was
were
like
this expensive.
$90 to $100 or something.
Wow.
Depending on like it's like I would say $70 to $100, depending on the condition of it and everything. I got a complete copy here, so it'd probably be more in the $80 or $90.
I feel very privileged.
Yeah. But yeah, there it is. Nightmare on Elm Street. Check out our playthrough if you haven't yet. Make sure you slash that subscribe button if you like what you see. And we'll see you next time on the Drunken Pawn.